Good day, everyone. I'm State Representative Brad Halbrook, along with Leader Chairman of the Illinois Freedom Caucus, Chris Miller. We want to give you kind of a quick update on some breaking news on an issue that many of us, Chris and I, and members of the Freedom Caucus, and some in the Illinois House Republicans, we care a lot about. Yesterday afternoon, I was informed by a lobbyist that the Senate Energy and Public Utilities Committee was scheduled to convene a subject matter hearing Monday afternoon, the 18th, and the hearing was going to be titled New Federal Energy Policy and Increasing Summer Rates. As of this morning, Friday the 15th, the House and Senate minority Republican spokespeople did not know anything of this hearing. They've later since learned of these developments. We're happy to see, Chris, that this hearing is finally coming together. We've pushed for this since 1st of May. We sent a letter out, and I have a copy of it right here. We sent a letter out on May 6th. All the Republican members of the House Energy and Environment Committee signed on, along with the Senate spokesperson, urging for joint committee hearings of the energy committees about the increase in the summer electric rates and potentially to bring in some experts and how to deal with the situation. Guess what, Chris? Our letter was ignored. The House Dems just ignored it. Back to the hearing. As of midday today, there was no witness slips that were filed. We don't know who the Senate Dems have called to testify on this matter. Chris, we have a letter. We would like to see Ameren and ComEd officials be there. We would like to see the grid operators, MISO and PJM, to be there. We would like folks from the coal, natural gas, oil, and nuclear industry to be a part of it. Back in July, the Illinois Manufacturers Association, the chemical industry, Local 115, issued a press release about the unaffordability and unworkableness of a $1.4 trillion push to electrify Illinois. All these people need to be at this hearing. We've heard from Steve Goreham, an Illinois resident, a U of I graduate. He's written many books on energy and climate. We'd like to have Steve Goreham and many other experts there. Also, the data center is a growing thing. We'd like to have experts there. Chris, with that, it's yours.
Well, thank you, Brad. My name is Chris Miller. I'm the chairman of the Illinois Freedom Caucus. And, you may be asking yourself, why are we out here on a 90-plus degree day to talk about what's going to happen on Monday? Well, the reason why is because we can predict what's going to happen on Monday. The Democrats are going to line up. They're all going to lie to you. They're all going to pretend like this problem is Donald J. Trump's fault. And I want you to know straight up that these losers will always play the blame game. They'll never take ownership for the problems that they cause themselves. This whole mess has been brought to you by the Biden, Harris, J.B. Pritzker's regime that have been set out to destroy Illinois and have been set out to actually destroy America with this green energy scam that they're trying to sell the Illinois people as well as the American people. And I think it's important for y'all to understand that we are governed by extremely IQ challenged people. If you look around at these solar panels, they're covering Class A farm ground, food producing farm ground, some of the best farm ground that's ever been created by our good Lord. And they're going to look up their skirt. And you need to understand that the prices that you saw reflected in your latest Ameren bill was because of the failed, disastrous public policy that's being brought to you by J.B. Pritzker, the Democrats in Springfield, and the Green Bad Deal Mafia.
Exactly. Chris, thank you for that. Just want to set the stage for, again, what they expect to hear on Monday. This is just a setup. So in closing, ladies and gentlemen, this is the greatest issue of this year, the greatest issue of our time. Homeowners, renters, small, medium, large-sized businesses all across the state of Illinois and throughout are facing these increasing double, triple-digit increases in their electric rates. And guys, the Illinois Freedom Caucus have been leading on this charge for years. Chris, you and I went out in the summer of 2021, before CG was passed, the Clean Energy Jobs Act of 2021, to proclaim what would happen if this was to pass. And so with that, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to close out. Chris, any closing comments?
Well, I'd just like to remind everybody that, all the red states are enjoying the golden age of America while the blue states are suffering at the hands of tyrants. And ultimately, these people, because of their energy policy and their green fantasy, is destroying the middle class. They're destroying small businesses. They are crippling people on fixed incomes, and eventually it will bankrupt the state if they continue to proclaim this farce.
We are going to send a letter, Chris. We think this should be a joint Senate and House committee hearing. The House, for some reason, is being left out of this. We need to have experts come in and testify to what's really going on here, and instead of listening to the green scam alarmist. Mm-hmm. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in. Please like, share, follow, and share and subscribe to our content. Thank you.